10 life lessons that prove kindness is strength, not weakness. Kindness is one of the most powerful forces in the world. In a hustle-driven world, kindness often feels soft, naive, or even weak, right? But what if that's wrong? What if kindness, real kindness, is not a weakness, but a strength? Get ready, because in this video, we're diving into 10 super powerful life lessons that can totally change your perspective. These lessons are inspired by modern psychology, timeless philosophy, and real life. No fluff, just real talk. Let's get into it. 1. Kindness starts with how you treat yourself. It's easy to perform acts of kindness for others, buying coffee, offering a compliment, holding a door. But ask yourself, how do I speak to myself when I mess up? Most people are harsh on themselves. The voice in their head isn't kind, it's judgmental, impatient, even cruel. But self-kindness isn't indulgence, it's fuel. It's the foundation for how we treat the world. When you speak to yourself with patience, forgiveness, and compassion, that same energy flows out into how you treat others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill yours first with kindness. 2. Kindness doesn't mean saying yes to everything. Kindness doesn't mean being a doormat. In fact, sometimes the kindest thing you can say is no. No to toxic people. No to things that drain you. No to being overcommitted. Boundaries aren't a lack of kindness. They are a sign of self-respect. And when you respect yourself, you model how others should treat you too. Remember, being kind doesn't mean being available 24/7. It means being intentional with your energy. 3. Small acts ripple further than we realize. You never know what battle someone else is fighting. A kind word, a smile, a moment of attention. These things might feel small to you, but to someone else, they might mean everything. A teenager once told his teacher, "The only reason I didn't drop out was because you smiled at me every morning." A nurse said, "A stranger paid for my coffee when I was exhausted from a night shift." That day, I cried in my car, not because I was sad, but because I felt seen. Your small act might be someone else's turning point. Never underestimate it. Anger is loud. Kindness is quiet and more powerful. We live in a loud world. Arguments go viral. Outrage gets attention. But here's what nobody talks about. Kindness changes more minds than yelling ever will. People rarely change when they're attacked. But when they're treated with dignity, even when they disagree with you, they listen. Kindness builds bridges where anger builds walls. Anyone can shout. It takes strength to stay soft. 5. Helping others is scientifically proven to boost your happiness. This isn't just feel-good philosophy, it's neuroscience. Studies show that when you do something kind for someone else, your brain releases oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, the same chemicals associated with love, happiness, and calm. Helping others literally rewires your brain to feel better. That's why people who volunteer, mentor, or give generously tend to live longer and report higher life satisfaction. Want to feel better? Help someone else feel better. 6. Forgiveness is an act of courage. There's a myth that forgiveness means forgetting or saying what someone did was okay. It doesn't. Forgiveness means choosing to let go of the weight someone else put on your shoulders. It means choosing peace over poison. It's not easy, and it's not for them, it's for you. Forgiveness frees you from the story of hurt and lets you write a new one. Hurt people, heal people, heal people. 7. Being kind makes you magnetic, not weak in relationships, work, and leadership. Kindness stands out. Not because it's rare, but because it's authentic. We're drawn to people who are kind, not fake nice, but genuinely compassionate. People who listen, who lift others, who remember your name. Kindness builds trust, and trust builds opportunity. Whether you're networking, dating, or leading a team, kindness is your competitive edge. It never goes out of style. The real test of kindness is when no one's watching. It's easy to be kind when there's a camera, or likes, or praise. But real kindness shows up in private. It's checking in on someone even when you're busy. It's tipping extra when you know someone's struggling. It's picking up trash on a sidewalk that isn't yours. The world is shaped by what we do when no one's looking. Integrity is kindness practiced in silence. 9. One kind person can shift a culture. Ever worked in a toxic office until one person showed up with kindness? It changes everything. One kind teacher can change a classroom. One kind leader can shift an entire company. One kind voice in a tense moment can de-escalate an argument. Kindness isn't passive. It's disruptive. It interrupts patterns of cruelty, blame, and fear, and replaces them with safety. Be the person who changes the tone in the room. 10. Kindness is a legacy. We spend so much time chasing titles, money, and recognition. But at the end of our lives, what do people remember? Not your resume, not your follower count. They remember how you made them feel. They remember the kindness, the time you listened, the way you encouraged them, the little things that felt big. Kindness is what people carry when you're gone. So live in a way that plants kindness in places you'll never see bloom. Final thoughts. In a world that often feels cold, cynical, and divided, kindness is rebellion. It's power. It's hope. Being kind doesn't mean you're soft. It means you're strong enough to stay human, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Start small. Be consistent. And if you ever wonder whether it's worth it, remember this. The kindest people you know, they changed you. Now, you can be that for someone else. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone who's made your life better through kindness. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Kindness Theory channel for more content on emotional wellness, personal growth, and most importantly, kindness, and how to build a more compassionate world, one act at a time. Thanks for watching. Stay kind. You matter more than you know.